Welcome back to the sixth video about my electronic steering wheel / Rudder Jog IP68 project. In the previous video we did all the required lathe operations for the wheel hub, the little shiny thing there on the table. Card here, link in the description. In this video we will start out by cutting a slot for a key through the center of the wheel hub, and then we will continue with some work on the POM body of the whole assembly. Enjoy! But before we actually cut the keyhole, we have to mark some lines here on the part. Because that keyhole here is on the same radial as the first hole here for an M6 thread. So we need that line so we can align everything up. And to make the alignment even easier, we will make two more lines here with a total distance of 5 millimeters. So center line and then plus 2.5 millimeters minus 2.5 millimeters. And I will probably extend that line down here, and we will also make a line here at a right angle, and we will also mark out the distance from the outer radius where the holes will be. Just to make things easy, if we align that later on, much later on the round table. Since our outside radius is now down to 51.9 millimeters, we have to divide that by 2. So our center line will be at 25.95 millimeters, and then plus minus 2.5 millimeters. That is the two parallel lines to that is 28.45 and 23.45 millimeters. And so our rather round part doesn't move on my precision kitchen top here. I clamped it down and supported it in different ways. So this is just here for initial alignment, and that clamp is only here on that right angle so it wouldn't flip around. And basically the back part of the part is clamped down here to the plate and supported here by 3 stacked up parallels. That's a total of 12 millimeters, and that's exactly the distance between that smaller radius and the larger radius at the front, at the flange. So this should be okay, hopefully. I will rotate now the part 90 degrees, and I will use my right angle here to do the proper alignment, hopefully. It doesn't have to be absolutely exact, but it should be good enough. The rest is rather tedious work because I have now to scratch here at 5.95 millimeters from the radius. 4 little lines, just for alignment on the round table. And now the great moment of cutting the slot for the key with my brand spanking new 2-ton press. Card here, link in the description. And here it will become immediately obvious why I needed a 2-ton press, not for the force, I don't need 2 tons, but for the clearance here. So Let's enter our broach guide and yeah, maybe loop it up a little bit on the inside. And then we have our broach. Loop that up also a little bit. And now on the smaller presses, you are hard pressed to get a 5mm broach here into the piece, because yeah, there's stuff in the way. They come much lower here, and yeah, you have to really fiddle around. And now we will align the whole thing according to the marks we made on the piece. So there's some parallax error, but I can now turn the whole thing here so that the first tooth in my broach lines up perfectly, almost. Lines up perfectly with the markings. Nice. And now after some more loop here on the teeth, we shall press the whole thing through, hopefully. Famous last words. Yeah, to be honest, I'm struggling a little bit to get that started. Oh, yeah, that's better. Sorry, but I had to realign things a little bit, because 2 tons is, after all, not too much. Oh. The problem is that the press is not really attached on a stable table, and that makes things quite awkward. Okay, I think I will now switch to time-lapse mode. Sorry, had to change the whole setup again. Okay, another short interruption here and change in setup. I now drilled a 60mm hole here, because I have 60mm drills, if you remember, into the desk, so I can actually yeah, push that thing all the way through. And below that hole I have a little setup to catch the broach, because it's not good if it collides with the ground with a high speed. And now I need something to push the broach all the way through, and yeah, all the teeth, the cutting surfaces, we will have a close-up at the chips in a second. They are through, so I don't need something very sturdy, and I have that 5B key came twice, or I ordered one too much, I don't know. Card here, link in the description. Anyway, here's a close-up of the chips. Hehe, nice, huh? And here goes our broach. Hopefully. Yeah, it's actually quite easy. And that's it for the first pass. Another close-up of the chips, because I think they're really cool, aren't they? The slot for the key also looks quite good question is only, is it already deep enough? So according to my drawing, this from here to the cut should be 18.3 millimeters. So, sorry, working around the camera. Nope, not quite. 17.1, something like that. So we are looking at that measurement here, and this should be 18.3 millimeters. And we are currently at 17.14. Now I have a 5B shim, that one, that would add 1.3 millimeters, and that would bring us to 18.44, a little over. And then I have that 4B shim here, that would bring us an additional 1 millimeter and would bring us up to 18.14. So one a little over, one a little under. I guess I try the 1 millimeter 4B shim. That second pass, as you saw, went much more easy. And we are at 18.1. I will put 2 sheets of paper that gives us between 0.1 and 0.2 millimeters behind the shim, and we will see how that goes. Now in theory that should go like a breeze. There are already a few teeth from the broach inside the material. Okay. $18.27. I think we leave it at that. I don't know what you heard about burrs inside such cuts, but they have to go. That's it for the wheel hub for now, until we come to the round table operations. And yeah, it looks quite good. I marred up the surface here in the press, but okay. However, one big problem that hopefully won't influence the functionality, but my slot here at the back, you can see it. It's much deeper. It's actually, I measured it 19 millimeters, so 0.7 millimeters deeper. So I have no idea why. I have to admit, I have no idea why. I measured that thing, if that is all straight, and it is. So the only thing I can think of, sorry for the earthquake, is that this table here is, yeah, not quite okay. I will have to verify that if there's some wobble in here or whatever. Anyway, that's it for today. I know I said I wanted to start with the body on the milling machine. However, I just realized that my compound table needs some TLC first. Anyway, if you have any idea what I did wrong or what was wrong with my setup here so that the slot for the key became deeper in the back of my part than in the front of the part where we actually press down, please leave a comment. Otherwise, till next time, bye.